Hi there. Don't forget to subscribe to MindZone channel. Please click the subscribe button to access all my videos on Bhagavad Gita narrated by Guru Prasad. Chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, Jnana Yoga, or the Yoga of Knowledge. In this chapter, Krishna builds on the two principles introduced in the previous two chapters: detached action and sacrifice. By focusing on third principle, transcendent knowledge, Jnana, or knowledge of spirit. Krishna emphasizes the power of transcendent knowledge, comparing it to fire, an essential component of ritual practice. Fire has the power to burn to ashes all the effects of actions performed with attachment due to ignorance. To engage one's powers of discernment to understand the difference between spirit and matter and to act accordingly is the yoga of knowledge. Krishna focuses explicitly on the yoga of knowledge in the later part of this chapter. First, Krishna speaks about yoga in general. Yoga, he says, is an extremely ancient teaching that he, Krishna, as the Supreme Lord, from time to time enters the world to renew. People tend to confuse and forget the teaching. Krishna says, as a consequence, Dharma, the cosmic order, sustained by humanity's proper practice of duties, becomes obscured and the whole world suffers. To restore cosmic order, the Supreme Lord repeats the ancient yoga teaching, whilst making it comprehensible for people living in later times. The essential principle of yoga, understood as connection, is that humans become connected or reconnected with Yogeshwara, the master of yoga, who is the Supreme Lord. Such connections enables divine reciprocation, the essential principle of bhakti or devotion. Krishna continues to say both pious and impious ways of life find place in the providence of divine reciprocation, such that all persons receive their dues and everyone thus proceeds along Krishna's path. Amongst humans, however, the most progressive in spiritual knowledge are those who accept Krishna, the Supreme Lord's exceptional position as the unique one. All actions must be performed without the effect of fruits or results. To appreciate this feature of divinity is the foundation of liberating knowledge, Jnana. By this knowledge, one comes to comprehend the difference between binding action and liberating non-action. Krishna says, it is this kind of knowledge that burns away the binding effects of action, and the wise person who lives in such knowledge is truly learned or Pandita. Krishna clarifies, Panditas have true knowledge of reality in contrast to mere belief. Such persons remain active, but all their actions are in effect non-actions, because such actions are done with an attitude of sacrifice. Such sacrificial actions in yoga become actions of spirit, or the supreme absolute reality. Krishna lists several traditional ways in which sacrifice or yajna is performed. All these types of yajna have in common the act of offering as oblation something one might be inclined to keep for oneself. Krishna clarifies, for example, some people give up various goods by performing ritual worship of various celestial beings, whereas others offer oblations into the fire. Even the yogic discipline of restraining one's mental functions becomes a sacrifice in which one offers one's sense activities as oblations into the fire-like controlled mind. Krishna advises one to take guidance about how to perform yajna from seers of truth or tattva darshina. One must be submissive and approach them in a humble spirit to inquire and render service. Krishna assures Arjuna that when one comprehends such knowledge of spirit, living in such knowledge, one is practicing Jnana Yoga, by which one will be ever free from confusion. Krishna goes to say, with this knowledge, one will see that the countless living beings are all within the higher self, within the Supreme Lord Krishna. Conclusion. As this chapter ends, Krishna provides two analogies for this special sort of knowledge. Knowledge is compared to a boat which one can cross beyond all suffering. Knowledge is compared to a weapon by which all doubts rooted in ignorance are to be slashed apart. Thus, Krishna suggests being engaged in Jnana Yoga is to be active in such a way that all tendencies to act in ignorance, resulting in bondage, are fully overcome, as one acts with true knowledge of spirit, of reality beyond temporal existence. This concludes Chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, Jnana Yoga, which has 42 verses.